Let's start chapter 3, episode 3 even, shall we? Ooh. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Yeah, I would have showered before going to sleep, to be honest. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot, and surprisingly enough, clean. The steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain. Mystical! Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together starts to unravel. Thoughts of doom consume you. Yippee! You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Let's check on our lovely opossum. There are 2 of them now. Wave down at the opossums. Do they look up at you? You've had enough of the growing family of opossums that live in your dresser, at least for the time being. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? It's time to start our day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Rufru glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. You have to imagine that the fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention that she comes in on Wednesdays to clean. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Hi, you must be Janie. Tabitha mentioned you'd be coming in today. That's right. I'm just here to do a little bit of cleaning. What cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations, or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Starlet. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company, what with everything that's... Janie. I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Hey, Tabitha. How's it going? That little girl from last night. Apparently they had to take her foot. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Hold on, you can't just tell me that Rosalina lost a foot and move on from that like nothing happened. Just because something terrible happened to someone, it doesn't mean that life doesn't go on. Life has to go on, and let me assure you that what happened to that poor girl weighs heavily on my mind. Now, shall we go, or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I personally begged you not to do? Sure, I'll meet you outside. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'll probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. if I'm lucky, you'll give me a call at some point between dousing the building in kerosene and lighting the match. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Starlet, before you go. I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Last night was an unavoidable tragedy, but I'm afraid there's more to come. Oh dear, that sounds just dreadful. Have you considered stopping by the church at some point this week? My husband's what? The pastor has been going absolutely stir-crazy since we've moved here, but with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, take your time, of course. You're here all week, after all. Just know that you can stop by the church anytime. The door is always open. Why do you clean this place? Huh. I don't really ask myself that sort of question. It's a job. I get paid. And of course, I've known the family for a while, so it seemed like a decent thing to do to make a little extra money. Plus, maybe one of these days she'll let me really spruce up the place. Can you imagine it back at its full glory? It'd be a lot of work, but what a project. Keep dreaming, Janie. Enough dawdling. We're leaving. Your ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Unsurprisingly indeed. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, neat. What kind of tea? Don't know. The kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it is called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends. Jeez. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. That's very Hemingway of you. It worked out great for all his characters, too. And for him. Books are for children. I read expense reports now. Come on, already. Let's go. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Starlet, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Is Kanika okay? Of course. She just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. So, Miles, before you can finish your thoughts, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Starlet, aren't you? My name's Beau. Oh, I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Folks don't seem to care that your dad is dead, do they? Oh, folks have been coming by. My mama and me have been getting visitors, but it'd be awful helpful if the police was able to get his body out of the woods. Give us both some peace of mind. We could have a proper funeral. They seem to think he's still alive out in the woods, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together, since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him were supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so was she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. He was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Not really, no. I've been awful busy, what with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though. I don't think you want to see him like that. It's really bad. I'm a farm boy. Blood don't bother me none. I just want to find my daddy, even if he's like one of them horror movie monsters. He's still my daddy, and he shouldn't be out in the woods where any animal can take a piece of him. He died on the northwest edge of town, off the Asgina Trail. Thank you, Scarlet. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Goodness gracious. Hey Miles, where's your sister? How should I know? I'm not her babysitter. Oh, thanks. Let's go see Avery. Why not? The diner is busy, but its vibe is different than the past 2 days. Its atmosphere muted and serious. The miners glance up at you with suspicion. Hey, good to see you alive and well. You caught me at a good time. Break just started. I heard about what happened last night. The diner has been buzzing all morning, so I've been hearing a lot of things. Seems like those fellows back there are getting pretty riled up. Might be a good idea to give them some privacy, especially considering, you know, who you're related to. How about we take some biscuits to go? There's a little garden next door. I think you might like it. I like it anyway. Sure. Good idea. Figured we were on the same wavelength. Let's bounce. 2 biscuits to go, if you don't mind, Sal. The sour-faced cook nods and sets a box on the counter. See ya, Aunt Winnie. And don't get my Avery into any trouble, Scarlet. I've heard about what you've been getting up to, and if anything happens to them, you'll learn the true wrath of a southern woman. We'll be sticking around the neighborhood. Once the sinkhole opens up, I can't imagine there's much trouble to get into. And this is the spot. It's a public garden I've been putting together. It was just an empty lot when I first moved here, but Winnie said it was okay for me to mess with. So when I'm stuck in a rut with work or music, I come here and dig around in the dirt, just organizing the chaos for a little while. But I don't think we came here to talk about my side projects. We could. I've been hearing some absolutely wild stuff about last night. I mean, I don't know how much you overheard in the diner, but it seems like the miners are planning a strike. Some of them have been saying that the old mine is haunted too. A ghost caused the collapse. And that there's some guy walking around claiming to be a dead man? Heard about what happened to Oscar's kid too. What really went down last night? Oh, goodness gracious. What kind of... Wait, the workers are striking? Yeah, all it took was little Rosalina being hospitalized. Honestly, it was a long time coming. A strike, that is. This clash was inevitable, as are all clashes when power is in play. Is power not in play? Don't you think there's power even in basic social interactions between friends? Like, if I invited you over, I have power over where you can go and what you can do because it's my house. So if you start trashing the place, that's rude, and I'd be right to throw you out. But you also have power because you can make demands of me as a host. Like, that I make sure you have food and water and a place to sit, because if I don't offer necessities, then I'm being rude, and you'd be right to complain about me to the whole town if you wanted to. So yeah, power is always in play. It's just more obvious when it gets all out of balance. You do your best to sound sane as you fill Avery in on all the details of what happened in the mines. The knocking, the ghostly figures of dust and light, the strange episode with the stone, and of course, the violent way it all ended. Holy shit. Between this and all the stuff that happened in the woods, it's like this town personally has it out for you. I could feel the chains of destiny drag me here. Destiny isn't usually fun. That's an outlook. I guess it depends on your definition of fun, though. Don't get me wrong. It's a horrible thing to have happened, definitely. No question about that. But it's exciting, right? It's not like I hope anything else happens, but if it does, come find me. I want to know all about it. I just wish I weren't hearing about it secondhand. Seems like that's how I hear about a lot of things in town. I guess I should be glad I haven't been in the middle of all that, but I kinda want to know what those ghost miners looked like, you know? I want to have seen those awful little things that live in the woods. It's not like I'm hoping anything else happens, but if you get the feeling that it might, drop me a line, okay? Wow, it must sound like I've got a screw loose, but I swear this is just what boredom does to people. Anyone else would feel the same. You know, why not? You want to trade places with me? You can be the stranger who just came to town and brought hell with them, and I'll be the charming diner employee with a bunch of interesting patterned shirts. Oh, you think I'm charming? Seriously, though, it wasn't too long ago that I was in your shoes. Minus the hell part. Winnie was more welcoming than Tabitha, but other folks, not so much. It's not like Charlotte was a huge city, but you'd think I just came from somewhere like New York. I'd trade places with you in a heartbeat. A quiet breeze passes over you. You mentioned music when we first got here. Are you a musician? Yeah, I've got a SoundCloud and everything. A whole bunch of creatives in this town. It's pretty much what I want to do with the rest of my life, whether it winds up being profitable or not. I'd love to hear your stuff sometime. Oh, thanks. I'll send you the link. But you'll hear some at the party this Saturday, if you swing by. Also, don't worry if it's not your kind of thing. I don't expect everyone I know to vibe with it, so no pressure. What do you play? Vince. Got 3 of them, and I'd have more, but I promised myself I'd only add to the collection when I'd mastered the ones I already have. I started with bass guitar, though. Don't ask me why, the bass just called to me. Do you ever jam with locals? Play folk music with them? For sure. Every month the musicians in town get together for a song circle. It's one of my regular social events. I bring my bass and strum along. Julius is there with his banjo, and even though it's a bunch of older country folks, they seem genuinely happy to see me there. I think they're thrilled that a young person is helping to carry on these traditions. I guess I'm like insurance that these songs and the way they play them aren't just going to vanish. Old Southern people are chill with you. There's a politeness with a lot of old Southern folks. If they don't like you, but you're all in a polite setting together, they might be a little off. But it's not like they come at you with pitchforks. And honestly, they like my vibe. Good. That's not always true, though. Especially when you're not in a polite setting. Well, but once people find out Winnie is my aunt, they usually wind up slinking back with apologies. Good. Going up and down. Is everything in this garden yours? I mean, technically it's a public garden, but yeah. Pretty much every piece of green you see here is something I've planted myself. Once my house filled up, I had to direct all that energy somewhere. So I put all of it into the vacant lot next to the diner. I didn't make the frames or the benches, that was Julius, but everything else was me. A lot of these are the native plants that were already growing in the lot, so I couldn't help but add a few of my personal faves. Hydrangeas and begonias, I'm sorry if I butcher the pronunciation of flowers. It's not my thing. And that sort of thing, and plenty of beds for edible plants. I'm about to put in a bunch of mums, what with the seasons changing. Just doesn't feel like autumn without them. Julius was that guy in the back of the diner, right? That he is. He's there most days, reading his newspaper and drinking a pot's worth of coffee. Must have had something going on this morning. I haven't seen him yet. And you're friends with him? He's a bit of a strange dude. I'm not sure if I could call him a friend, though I'd like to. He's more like some sort of misanthropic wish-granting gnome. I can't say I talked much to the guy when I first got here, even though he's in there so often. But one day I was chatting with Winnie about how I was looking for a bench for the garden, and the next morning, there it was. A hand-carved bench sitting in the garden. I thought it must have been Winnie, but that day when I brought Julius a coffee, he asked me if I liked the bench. I said yes, and he grumbled "You're welcome," before going back to his paper. He did it a lot after that. I'd mentioned something I needed to Winnie, and sure enough, the next day, I'd be waiting in the garden. Julius and I talk a little more these days, and I've even been to his house to help him out, too. Seemed only fair, trading some pruning and yard work for new garden beds. But he's a man of few words. He strikes me as a bit of a loner. Maybe he feels some kind of kindred connection between us, I don't know. Oh my gosh. I guess I get what you see in him. I love a tough nut too. Nice, you get it. There's something about winning over a curmudgeon. Feels like an accomplishment. I count myself lucky to be one of the few people he's willing to be friendly with. What do you honestly think about this town? It's definitely quiet. You tend to give something for yourself to do, hobbies or odd jobs to try and stay busy, but it still gets boring. You don't tend to meet many new people or try new things, but it's cheap, and Winnie pays me a much higher wage than I'd make in the city. So I'm gonna stick around, save up, maybe eventually I'll move someplace else. I don't like to think I'd wind up stuck at the diner for the rest of my life. I don't know where I'd move, either. What kind of plants do you have at home? Avery laughs. A lot. It's practically a jungle. Do you have a favorite? It'd have to be my dragon scale Alocasia? The dragon scale? Yo, dragons? Oh man, it's Partly because it's called Dragon Scale, like it's some plant from a fantasy world. You know what, maybe Avery and I really are on the same wavelength. It's also a cutting from one of my online plant friends. Life got pretty busy, so I don't talk much anymore, but every time I look at the plant, it reminds me that someone cared enough to package it up and send it to me. Plus, the leaves look like big puffy cartoons. Excellent quality in a plant. For, say, a gift. Any plants I should avoid? Gift? You don't have to go to all that trouble. For one thing, there's no one in town to buy any, unless you get them from me. And besides, I should probably get you something. You're the one who's in town because of a family tragedy. But just in case it ever comes in handy, the only kind of plant that's never done it for me is succulents. I need something that reminds me it's a living thing with wants and desires, not a fancy kind of rock that I water every now and then. Don't tell anyone I said that. Folks in town keep getting me succulents as gifts, and I don't want them to think I don't appreciate the gesture. Who's getting you plants? Anyone I should be jealous of? No, definitely not. Aunt Winnie and Stella both got me succulents for Christmas last year. Barely touched them. They're still sitting on a shelf with the bows on them and everything, looking exactly the same as the day I put them there. I appreciate the thought. I really do. But I need more action than a succulent can provide. Why do you have so many, though? That's a fair question. It all started with a pothos. I thought it would help make my apartment feel less lonely and empty, if I could manage to keep it alive. Then I got adventurous, got a few more. Then I joined a few plant communities online. It became a way to connect with people, and the plants became a way I could remember that there was someone out there who was thinking about me, even if they were just someone I swapped cuttings with. So, yeah, it got a little out of hand, but there's still some space for humans in there. For now. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Me and Stella and Kanika are gonna ghost bust Oscar's house. I think around sundown? Ghost hunting? Yes, definitely. I didn't believe in ghosts before, but with the sort of freaky stuff Scarlet Hollow has been throwing at you this week, I'm prepared for anything at this point. Thanks for thinking to invite me. I really appreciate that. Once your shifts start back up, before Avery can answer, your phone buzzes in your pocket. Oh gee, I overslept. Almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Me all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. And having a weird, foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. That's a lot of texts. I guess it's time to see the dog mayor. Oh, it's Mayor Jimmy Day. He's one of the best parts of living here, honestly. I've still got a little bit of time to kill before my shift starts back up, and I'm sure Aunt Winnie won't mind. Let's get over there before there's too much of a crowd. You and Avery make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in a corner of the main foyer. Oh, hey Scarlet, and Avery too. Hey, can't believe I had almost forgotten about Mayor Jimmy Day. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yeah, the whole gang's here, and Avery too. I've been waiting to introduce Scarlet to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. I've never gotten to introduce someone to the mayor before. British jump scare. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? Oh. Puppy. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. Ah! There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. He knows you have something. Naturally. He pulls out your now slightly rancid bag of boiled peanuts. The mayor's The mayor's nose twitches eagerly at their strong odor, and then he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the soft-shelled legumes. Drop it, sir. Drop it. The security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Oh hey, you finally got rid of those things. You better hope those nuts settle well. If the mayor gets any tummy trouble after eating your disgusting pocket peanuts, there will be hell to pay. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. Isn't he just the cutest? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends and Winnie's Biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. He's pretty cute, too. It's almost like he really thinks he's the mayor, the way he sits all regal like that. Oh, it'd be times like these that I would want to have the animal speaking trait. Avery turns to you conspiratorially. Though, to be honest, I voted for Daisy in the last election, but don't tell him that. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Mika and Avery are quick to follow. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh goodness. You're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike him. Goody! Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Starlet? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I feel like Starlet might actually say this. Well, this is probably going to be real interesting, huh? Let's not kid ourselves. We both know Perlan's in hell. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. You remain silent. You have nothing more to say to this man. Get out of my face. Don't worry. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Just thought I'd extend the offer in case you needed someone to talk to. The church's doors are open if you ever change your mind. Have a blessed day, Starlet. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Oh, goody. Oh my god. Poor Rosalina. I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off. And it was the whole foot. Yeah, it's bad. But she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. We're here for you, man. Thank you. all of you. Everything feels like it happened so fast. I know our whole lives have changed, but it's taking my mind a little bit to catch up. I feel like such a mess. I hope it isn't keeping me from being the dad she needs right now. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there'd been some big bus accident on the highway and they needed the beds, so I have to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place, and Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. I'd say you're allowed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. If you'd like, we could cleanse your house while you go pick her up. Seems like a good idea to do it while the sun is up anyway, right? If only. But it doesn't come out during the day. So any cleansing attempts are going to have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. We have the power of friendship on our side. We have the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see y'all then. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh no, you're not gonna try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? He'll kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Jeez, should we tell him? It's always better to know about stuff like this. Withholding information and trying to keep people in the dark on purpose doesn't really help anyone. That's my opinion, at least. Anyway, y'all have fun at Dr. Kelly's place. Catch you tonight in the haunted house. See ya, Avery. Anyways, shall we? Curious. You discreetly shoot your cousin a text inviting her to the evening's ghost hunt. Stella and Kanika will find out about it if she actually shows up. So, I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. My dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Y'all are right. His vibes were bad. Glad you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's always smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning through all of my— Whoa, that is unsettling. All of my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. I wonder if the pastor's cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me, and the way everyone dislikes him seems excessive. Unnaturally excessive. I know this is weird coming from me, but not everything in town has to be spooky for supernatural reasons. Sometimes people just give off bad vibes. Agreed. We're allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong. That we know of. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. A cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. Hello, Korok. A refurbished Civil War hospital Tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live in during the best of times. You can only imagine the challenges of living there with a severe chronic illness. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Starlet, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Starlet updates. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy-chew dog turkeys stashed away. We go everywhere together. You want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away toward her van. Well, what about you, Starlet? Are you coming in? Oh, sure. Why not? You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. Don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yeah, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility toward the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The talk isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing up until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Yeah, that's them, alright. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Your art. Each piece exudes a sickening miasma. Miasma? It's like you can feel something squirming behind the paint, the brushstrokes acting as steel bars, trapping some anguished being within. I feel the emotions you put into these. They're writhing just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish. I know what you mean. I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me into the paint. And when they're done, I feel like I've been emptied out, and all the vile things inside of me have been sealed away in the canvas. That's why I make so many of them. Sometimes, when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There are some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings back in. It sounds kind of like therapy? That seems healthy. Probably. Yeah, art therapy. Sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right? I think so. Works for me, at least. So, you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K through 12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks, and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks. Like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me. I think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here. Though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. That's quite a movie collection you've got. Got any Rex? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shino-Chi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner, if you guys are interested. Damn, I would usually be down for that, but we've gotta head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd go bust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting, and I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain check on that movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Starlet. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, you think you'd be down for that? I'd love to have you. That would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. make sure you all wash your hands with soap. We're all adults here. I don't want anyone sharing their germs. Sure thing, Doc. No use saying anything here. It's probably best to just silently comply. You make your way towards the sink. You're stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You've felt this before, in the dusty tunnels you so narrowly escaped last night, an oppressive hum, like a muted scream heard through layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You feel lightheaded. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. This is insane. I like this even more. There's actually a reward for scrolling. You do your best to snap yourself out of it, turning into the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. That's so cool. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. The rolls look really good. I'm not really a salad person. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun and the window behind her. She's the town doctor. This dinner might be a good opportunity to question her about recent events. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know I... No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Have you ever heard of factitious disorder? Of course I have. I went to medical school. Alice falls over the dinner table. It's where someone pretends to be sick, or makes themselves sick on purpose, or does it to someone else. Oh, great dinner rolls. I didn't make them. I just put them in the oven. The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. Have there been any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any minors who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed kind of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Starlet ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? It could help our investigation into the strange goings-on. It's not like you have to name names. Investigation? Into what? The mind collapse? I think this is best left to professionals, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but You were in an abandoned mine. The chances that you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it as the tragic accident it was, not like some kind of mystery to unravel. Have you seen any sick animals lately? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some cow disease. It's not something I've done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. Doesn't that sound like ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looked like there was something pupating inside one of Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps on the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new, horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Why? Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers, eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through. Honestly, it was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. How well do you know Tabitha? Not very. I'd know her a lot better if your family didn't seem to be so afraid of doctors. I can count on one hand the number of times she's been in my office. No wonder everyone but their old Edwardines died so young. Hopefully your mother was better about taking you to doctor's visits. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something genetic at play, and it's much better to catch those things early. What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh God, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the dog could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media, and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. This town have two parents. Oh, my days. It must break your heart, having to isolate your son from the world like this. And it's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us have just had to come to terms with it. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he has to lead. Maybe he doesn't have to. Geez, Kanika, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? You can kick me all you like. It won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour. Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. I remained silent. quietly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So, we were talking about maybe watching movies sometime this week while Scarlet is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Ace is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone, just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone, get out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. We can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave. Please. Interesting. Don't think I don't know something is up here. I don't care what you think. I just want you out so I can take care of my son. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. So true. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Factitious disorder. Do you really think Reese's mom is making him sick? If she is, I swear to God, she wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid? And for so long. No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. The door to the clinic felt like it had the same pull on me as the carving in the mines. Do you think something's back there? Another one of those carvings is somewhere in there. I'm certain of it. Okay, that'd be really weird. Maybe it's best to steer clear of it then. Last time you saw one of those things, you had a seizure and almost died. It's not like Dr. Kelly's going to let us visit again anytime soon. I don't think we have to worry about steering clear of her private offices. Do you think Reese might have a supernatural affliction? Like, related to what you felt in there? If he did, why wouldn't Dr. Kelly have it? It makes more sense if he just has a genetic condition, assuming there isn't any foul play. Are you guys forgetting he has a dad? She's just so overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Kanika is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. But you know, that's not the case. There's something old and powerful in there, You can feel it stir as the sun sets and daylight fades away. Your thoughts jump to the ghost books you've read over the years. So often, the ghosts in stories are metaphors for something else. Are real ghosts metaphors too? I like that question. I really like this question, though. I think it's clever. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in the library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is gonna keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side nonstop. She's been a really good friend. Rosaline and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video camera, salt, flashlights for everyone in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. You just have the stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. The accent just is doing what it wants tonight. I apologize. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Ouija board. True. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out, grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Okay, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, how do you make it? The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. I hope you aren't taking this as seriously as everybody else. I need someone else to be rational with. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Mirror box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered all your bases. Oh no. Hey, I'm as rational as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, just last night y'all apparently saw some truly unexplainable stuff, so anything seems possible right now. There's something back there. I can feel it. Hey. This is so exciting. Can't wait to finally see a ghost. Yeah, exciting's a word. As someone here for the thrill of being terrified, it's the word I'm here for. We'll see how you two feel about that once things get started. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. This kid. Now, let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and get started. It's through the back. Follow me. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina, you're not supposed to be out of bed. You decide it's best to let Oscar handle this. Been enough resting, and it's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. I've gotta learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds. And our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The answer is no, Rosa. You need to rest. As if. I can't get any rest in that crappy little back room. I want our house back. I'm coming with you. Crappy? Since when do you use language like that? And we have this taken care of. Nearly half the town is here to help. What are you gonna do, old man? You can't stop me. I'm injured, remember? That's crazy. I'm not that old. You better turn around or I'll ground you. Dad, I'm pretty sure I'm as grounded as I can get. And I'm fine. This doesn't even hurt. I don't feel anything. That's because you're on painkillers, Rosa. It doesn't mean that... But Rosalina ignores him, grimacing, but confident as she hobbles forward on her crutches. Oscar says and does nothing to stop her. Oh, Oscar. Okay. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. And there's that feeling again, like the mines, like the doors of the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, but whether it's a ghost or something worse, you cannot know. You can imagine long winter nights reading by the fireplace without a care in the world. So two very different messages. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Hold it! You're not taking my cousin along on any more of your little hijinks without me. Look at Gretchen. She's the most flabbergasted. Abby! I can't believe you had the audacity to give me the slip earlier today, Scarlet. After I explicitly asked you not to. At least you did me the courtesy of letting me know exactly where you'd be tonight so I didn't have to waste my time looking for you. Wait, Starlet, you invited her? Yes. Wow, Starlet, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know. Starlet, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? You know, this is probably really funny with, like, past dialogue options I've chosen, but unironically, I do think Starlet would say this, so... What? You see, that looks like a much more real smile. More like a smirk, I guess, but... What? I like her. We're friends. Really? No, I'm just here chaperoning. Wow, Starlet, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. I wonder if the ghost will even show up with this many people around. Oh, wait, is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Same. I got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified, sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. We're wasting our time here. Oscar said the ghost is in Rosalina's room. Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here. Right? What? Are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask, do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly are we going to get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. That sounds like fun to me. We might as well try it, right? What's the worst that could happen? Make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence? Sounds like a win-win. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. And your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha? Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. The stain is an attempt at expression. There are no words, no decipherable patterns, but you can still feel it. A cry for help from something that has lost its voice. Something is crying out for help. Huh, you might be onto something, Starlet. I wonder if the blood spells something out on the floor underneath. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? In a house owned by the government? Nope, I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of it every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. Don't worry. I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? I hate to agree with Tabitha on anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea. Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover it for you. You don't have to sweat it. Everyone's faces. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. I love Gretchen just being like, What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. We're going down there, right? Of course we are. This is even better than finding a message. But There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, alright. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment has made a sound. Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud. It's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Mika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. But Stella, this is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Oh, goodness. You come into Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. At least, physically, this is Oscar's living room. Spiritually and mentally, you've been ripped away to some other place. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, every breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Is there a gas leak in the basement or something? Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition that I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. Gee, what makes you say that? It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. This scratchy shadow in the distance. See that creature behind the thorns? Oh, the ditchling right there. That's so cool. Pinch Tabitha to see if you're dreaming? That's crazy. Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not? What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? I love this. You see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. That's the right response. Good job. Did we die? Don't be so dramatic. I think I'd know if we were dead. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait. Do you hear music? That did such weird things to the front of my brain. Guys, I don't know how to explain what just happened to my brain. But I felt the upwards of not Stella going upwards at the front of my head. Anyways, kind of like that. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? We share the huh? Mystical? Eddie? It's the presence. Who am I? It's Charlie. What? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine. Eddie. You've gotta be kidding me. Oh, what? I feel like I have to go with the last one, but I'm so intrigued by all the things. It has been a long time, hasn't it? I wasn't sure I was ever gonna come back. I'm glad I did. It's good to see you. What are you? I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here, of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Come with me, Eddie. Haven't you always wanted to see the coast? It was your chance. We can just leave. Yeah, you two rehearse this. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy. No, I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my days, this is... Screw your family. Screw my family. Why are we letting the choices made by our fathers destroy our lives too? Tabitha stares at you, speechless. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. You're right. What I came back for isn't worth it. But you are. I won't leave the Hollow without you. If you change your mind, I'll be around. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, you must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. We have to go after Stella. Absolutely not. We're not being drawn deeper into this weird garden, greenhouse, whatever it is. He yanks your arm, pulling you back the way you came. Where'd the annex go? Ditchling! Just open the door. You step forward. Oh my days. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Hi. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. Let's let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Hello? Junior, pack your things. Quickly. Hurry. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on the rail, too. Make an example of the whole family. What's going on? Am I going to have to deal with you doing this all night? Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. When the boy was over there. Why should I give Junior here all the time the world gathers little toys and fancy clothes? The boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Mama, what's the man talking about? Why hasn't Daddy come home yet? Where are you supposed to be this time? Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Just simple. Man, why are there so many fun options on this one? I want to choose all of them. Daddy said when he's not here, I'm the man of the house, so you don't get to push us around, mister. I'll call the police. Oh, so you're like some kind of toddler now, aren't you? It's me, boy. The coppers ain't coming here tonight. What makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. The shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. Go. I haven't packed up my puppets. I haven't said goodbye to Eddie. I don't want to leave. Can't you clue me in at all? Please just break character for a second and tell me what the hell is. Tabitha's real for that one. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. The mother and the mob are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. Who did you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters, though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least happened. And whatever we saw in this room, at least, happened right after the Shaw mine collapsed in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. Oh my gosh, she's sympathizing. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. You're right. There's only one way to get to the end of this. Shall we? Yeah. Let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside, and it's night. A false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively. Their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Hi dude, what's up? Oh, what magic words do I have to say to get you to let us go? I'm sorry, okay? Whatever my family did to piss you off so much, I'm sorry. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss... You've fallen hard... Whoa. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? This one's the witch. How do you know I have the hots for Edwardine? It's crazy. Back off, lady. I don't know you, and if you know what's good for you, you don't know me either. I don't suppose you actually know who we're supposed to be talking to here, do you? Because I'm at a loss. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret's safe with me. You know, never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Don't talk about my family, and I don't need life advice from some old broad. Old broad, youngins. Whoever we're talking to has been dead for a really, really long time. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Enoch? It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Oh, cute, a secret romance. We would never be like them. We love each other. My mother just loved his money. As soon as it was gone, so was she. And then all he loved was booze. Me and Eddie aren't like that. Tabitha stares ahead in riveted silence. Powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. For you, nor for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the hall. The witch mimes, handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. I want to do the book smart things here so much too, but I like following along with the mystical. I hate making decisions. I don't understand. Is this a map? Some kind of poem? That's where you'll find them. You need her there. And be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas. I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die. Whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Oh. Wait. Is Wayne for real gonna pop up right now? Sweating, suffocated flesh, with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. He doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Oh my gosh. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? It's Tabitha's ex is crazy when she's standing right there. Oh. Are you Sam Wayne, or are you something else? Stop asking it questions. Just stop interacting with the thing at all, okay? It's so cold, Tabitha. After everything we've been through, to have you treat me like a stranger. Shut up. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Scarlet. I don't think that girl is any good for you. Ella, is that her name? Seems she's skilled at finding trouble. Maybe I should pay her a visit soon. If if she makes it out of the front. Oh my gosh. Stella. Oh my gosh. Oh, Tabitha, who the hell is he? If you see it again, ignore it. Or better yet, run away. Come on, we need to keep moving. If that thing got in, there must be a way out. I'm so intrigued. Oh my gosh. The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor, lined by bottles and rails. Oh, stop. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As the caretaker is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. The father lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. You're getting what you deserve! I don't want to say this to Oscar. You're getting what you deserve. Alright, you're definitely channeling Charles Shaw Jr., which must be who the ghost is. It's the only thing that makes sense. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Not for that, or what you did to our family. We could have just started over someplace new, but instead you became the son of a bitch the Scarlets made you out to be. This Charles Jr. makes a good point. Is the ghost a cow? I don't even know, like, what is he just, like, really struggling right now? It does kind of sound like a cow, though, you're right. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, I don't know if it's him or if it's like whatever the heck the fate. Like I don't know what's happening. I thought that it's like sounds of wallowing, but it might make more sense because like they're like he's having dialogue too, so I don't know. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father. I'm no murderer. I'll see what I can do. Get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Damn it, boy. I may not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back, and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. I promise. I'll go back. Oh my god. You watch as the father's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. I'm so glad that I invited Tabitha here secretly. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Climbing up the trellis again? How very Romeo and Juliet of you. Oh goodness, like obviously that was there. I kind of missed that at first. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy, you should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. What the What's happening? Who who are you? Are you one of Eddie's brothers? I thought they were dead. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. The Goat Knight, the Unicorn. I want to know what all these things mean. I'm not him. A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, doesn't it? And now, it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little tryst bore fruit. And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Tabitha's eyes go wide. How do you know that? Who are you? Shh. Let it talk. I think this might be important. You know, you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. I don't know, I think I can count them. 1, 2... I'm kidding, I'm not going to do that. How much of this is real, how much is a metaphor? There are so many locks, I can't free you. If that's what you're after, stop talking. You might miss something. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. Absolutely not. I'm not leaving without her. Especially if what you say is true. This guy has nobody to blame but himself. You hear that, Ghost? You were given every warning. You could have just left. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die. But if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? This mysterious figure has the right idea. You're wrong. I know it's possible. I have that weird map. I have the spell or whatever it is. Me and her are gonna get out of here. Oh, you've been talking to the witch then? Oh, very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Bella? Eddie? Are you pregnant? How does it know that? This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? Sick? Yeah, I felt sick pretty much the whole time we've been in here. Oh, I can actually answer. Do you know where we're in the state we're supposed to be right now? If this is even a real place, and not some sort of garbled mess of metaphor and memory, it would probably be in the Forbidden Wing, at least going off of the location of the windows. It's been sealed off for at least a decade, though. There's no point in thinking about it, okay? I don't want you getting any ideas and sneaking around and falling to your death through a hole in the floor. Come on. The quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully. You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. The lever stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. I don't know why, but this feels so much worse than the last room. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. doll puppet for you then. Of course, it's a present. When you look at it, you can remember all the fun we've had. So now you and Stella are both doing baby voices. Don't expect me to let you live this down if we get out of here. I try to keep it away from my brother so he doesn't smash it. Though, I wish I could make it move like you can. And you could even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Is that how you're trying to monetize hobbies? It's the plan. I want to be a traveling performer. Why don't you come with me? We can go from town to town, putting on shows for other kids. Guess that didn't work out for him. Traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Yeah, back in time would be nice, huh? Of course, we can go anywhere you want. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. Oh, stop. Not the human puppets. And Gretchen. Stop. Oh. Single spotlight remains, illuminating a trap door in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. We're the final performers, aren't we? You must be. Which one of us is going to open the door? Why are you asking that? Are you scared? Of course not. It creaks open, all on its own. This is so much worse than opening it ourselves. Both of them? That sounded like it would have hurt. Ow. It took some digging, but it's there. The map's right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Eddie? Oh. Stop. Oh God, I'm actually going to be sick this time. Cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Enoch died nearly 80 years ago. Doesn't matter what he did. Does it even matter if he framed Charles Shaw at this point? Who's left to be hurt by any of this? Oh. What now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crime? I must not be in character anymore. Not the breaking the fourth wall. Maybe it's getting weaker. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Maybe it's getting stronger. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do. I cannot die. Don't die, please. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What? What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, it is absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father. to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit! You're on trial here, aren't you? Advocate for yourself. Oh? Oh, but this is so fun. I know it's explore, and so hopefully I can still do the advocate for myself. I just want to know. You can't actually make either of us do anything, can you? I can keep you here, and I can do whatever I want with them. You can refuse, but if you do, then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. Oh my gosh, why can't I do both? If you're putting us on trial, you need to give us a chance to present our case. Yeah, we have rights, you know. I take it you have a plan, then? Your plea is met with silence. But silence isn't judgment. Keep talking. Oh goodness gracious, there's so much. For all your focus on the collapse and your death, have you forgotten about Eddie's pregnancy? We're not just Scarlets. We might be Shaws. More silence. You don't need anything from us to move on. Whether you realize it or not, nobody's keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. A fresh tension bubbles up in the air. You're almost out of this. You're losing sight of things. Do you want revenge or do you want justice? We can help actually right the wrongs of your past, but only if you let us go. The jury box is pulled away as you and Tabitha are brought face to face with the spirit. It's time for your closing argument. Screw your family. Screw my family. Why are we letting the choices made by our fathers destroy our lives too? Don't become in death what you hated so much in life. Silence. I'm so invested. Aww. I'm guessing this one was the mystical save, if I had to guess. Although the book's more advocating for yourself, I'm actually not sure. A haunted turnabout win a trial. And it has like the Ace Attorney objection, little imagery, sorry. Then everything fades to black. Get away, Sybil, I don't want to talk to you. I'm in such a good mood from the rest of the episode. You and Tabitha come to in a basement, a mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing on the stairwell, as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. The spirit is gone, and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. I have to admit that this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Starlet. Don't talk to me. I hope you don't mind, but I took advantage of the distraction to free everyone else. They're all outside. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil heads up the stairs, leaving you and Tabitha alone in the basement. So that actually worked. I've got to stop picking fights with you. Before you go, you decide to investigate the shallow ground in the middle of the room. Tabitha follows close behind you and watches as you dig. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. Oh. There's another stone carving down there, just like the one we saw in the mines last night. This must have been where the map took him. Your cousin stands in contemplative silence. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Take every channel dialogue option and yeah, seance, yeah, mystical trait. Woo! I love the mystical trait. Oh goodness, I loved that episode so much. It's real this time. Cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the funhouse. I'm gonna go wait by the car. The last thing I want to do after all that is talk to people. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so sore. My bones weren't meant to be bent like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days, at least. And poor Rosalina. I'll make sure to bring them both some tea later. I think I have just the thing. Mom, this is no time for tea. Jesus, the girl's lost a leg. She needs real medication. Real medication comes from natural ingredients, doesn't it? What I have to offer is no different than what Dr. Kelly would prescribe. And besides, after all you've seen, are you really so sure you have that much of a grasp on the real and unreal? Charlotte, is it really gone? This house is clean. Say the line, oh goodness. I witnessed it myself. Starlight convinced the spirit to move on from this world, and it did. That's amazing. Well, I guess I owe you one. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. To think that ghosts are actually real, Stella's gotta be over the moon right now. Actually, wait, where is Stella? Oh, she's just standing there. By herself. That isn't like her. I'm going to check in with her. Oh, hey, Starlet. I'm here if you need me. I'm so sorry, Starlet. Oh, she's tearing up. No. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? She hurries off down the road. She'll be fine. Should we go after her? She didn't seem okay. Stella. I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her climb up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane aren't the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. Get out of here. I know you. I know your lies. You all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Yeah. It was awful. Kinda fun, too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything. At least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. Can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen? You actually tried pretty hard to warn us about things, Oscar. None of us took you seriously enough. Well, I should have done a better job warning you. I should have known how bad it could have gotten in there. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just gonna sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've both had a difficult time with this, but the storm has passed, and everything's worked out. Things will start getting better from here. I should head back with Tabitha. I should probably head back inside. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger. Let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will. Thank you. All of you. Again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Nika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Starlet? But I'm wired and I want to talk about stuff. I am too. Mom, there'll be plenty of time for catching up tomorrow. Nika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go... No. No, not for you. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight. Let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Starlet. Sybil leaves you, catches up to her daughter. I guess it's just the two of us now. Do you have any idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said. And I remember that cold feeling. A prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. Do you regret coming along tonight? Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days. But it was also kind of amazing for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but how many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost? I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone now. Avery chuckles and grabs at their ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling. And knowing we all went through it together makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning when the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. Might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Let's roll out. The ride back is quiet, but not tense. Tabitha looks lost in thought as her glazed eyes stare at the winding mountain road. Thanks for coming along tonight. That place would have been a lot worse without you. I'd say that someone had to be there to watch your back, but I guess you wound up handling everything just fine by yourself. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You've got guts, Starlet. You trust me now? No, not really. Okay. So I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. How do you feel about that? Same as I felt before we went into that house. You'd be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it, and I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Still, you did a good job tonight. I'm almost proud to call you my cousin. Hee 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 hee. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. I still can't believe we all made it out in one piece. Oh. Avery made it sound like your workers are about to go on a strike. Just wanted to give you a heads up. I knew that's what they were ramping up to. But they're bluffing. They value their paychecks too much to take on that kind of risk. I'm sure this will all blow over soon. If it doesn't, well, I guess this bad week will just keep getting worse. I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Here we go. You think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. So Wayne's a he now. Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Ugh, does it really matter? I was scared in there, and right now I'm so exhausted I can barely think straight. Who cares if Wayne is a he or an it, anyways? Either way, he's bad news, and you'd best steer clear. You really don't want me talking to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. She confirmed it. They were a thing. All the more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. I'm not going to ask her if she killed him. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. Do you think Stella's going to be okay, like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She's a pest. And like all pests, she has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. Careful, Tabitha. It almost sounds like you're complimenting. Oh, goodness. I might have gotten rid of that ghost, but I'm still traumatized. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Let this be a lesson to you, Starlet. Alright. I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days. That's all. And then the bus comes. You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I could get used to this place. Maybe you won't have to leave. I guess we'll see. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Aww. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, but disaster still looms over the town of Scarlet Hollow. Still, tonight was a good night, and you fall asleep with a gentle, well-earned smile on your face. Ooh. Heck yeah. I love this game so much. Um, just it does so well with storytelling, and I can't talk enough about like the choices and things mattering and like leading to different avenues. Like I was just really happy too that I could like invite Tabitha and that she also came because I wanted to see um based on what I know from watching Salem play it one round before, right? Like because I was pretty sure that there was one of those symbol things and like what happens if you and Tabitha encounter all of them kind of thing. It's nifty. And it's also just nice because I feel like it's bringing us closer together as cousins. Yippee! But yeah, I've been enjoying it, and I honestly missed a good deal of watching them play episode 3. So a lot of that was just actually new to me. Um, and it was great. The the game does a really great job too at being scary. Like I feel like the noises that they add in on top of the music and the visuals of that human puppeteering. Oh, it made me feel things. Definitely the kind of stuff I'd want to make. Because it just feels very impactful and makes me genuinely feel phenomena and excitement towards playing it. So, good night.